Hello again, my friends, and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Today, we are going to talk about PC gaming. As you see here, this article on the PC Gamer, the PC games market grew a lot more than the console games market last year, says research firm. PC game revenues increased by over 8% year over year compared to just a fraction of a percent for console games, according to market researchers. 2023 was a recovery year for games, according to the market researchers at Newzoo, and the platform that saw the greatest recovery was the PC. Revenue from PC game sales, microtransactions, and subscriptions grew 8.4% over 2022 revenues, says the firm, whereas console game revenues only saw a 0.03% increase and mobile game revenues shrunk 2.1%. The console and mobile game market are still quite a bit bigger than the PC market. Newzoo puts 2023's total mobile gaming revenue at $89.9 billion, consoles at $52.4 billion, and PC at $39.6 billion. Here you see the market shares: console gaming, browser PC gaming, downloaded PC games, and mobile games. Oof. These numbers are estimates and don't include hardware sales, but the closing gap between the PC and console markets certainly aligns with the feelings we've had for years that PC gaming has hit the mainstream. The most talked about game of 2023, Baldur's Gate 3, released on PC first, and console exclusivity, FOMO, was at an all-time low. Newzoo partially attributes the PC's growth to the multi-platform publishers continuing to embrace it. I'm sure we'll see that reflected in this year's estimates too, as more than half of Helldivers 2 sales have been on PC. PC revenues from publicly listed companies were up nearly 9% year over year, says Newzoo. On the private company side, Valve, Epic Games, and MiHoYo showed strong performances. We also saw that successful gaming companies pursuing cross-platform strategies acted as a beneficial catalyst for the PC market. As exciting as PC gaming feels today, the notion that the industry is recovering from a slump does feel rather abstract, given that the big companies keep laying off hundreds of employees at a time. We've tallied 16,000 layoffs back in February, and that number is already well out of date. Following the early pandemic boom, Newzoo says that gaming revenue shrank in 2021, stabilized in 2022, and grew an estimated total of 0.5% in 2023, hence why the year is characterized as a recovery. The firm cautions, however, that playtime hours have dropped precipitously. We touch grass, it seems, and notes that 90% of new games revenue in 2023 was captured by 43 games. Wow. Only 43 games really generated 90% of the revenue in 2023. It's kind of scary to think about. But I have kind of a theory at this point as to why gaming would be seeing such a large boost. Learning the Law, Manga Lawyer, has posted The Power of PC Gamers. Mods can transform Aloy into Horizon Sexy Dawn or Horizon Calories Down. Perfectly balanced as all things should be. Which way, Western man? Now, I'll be entirely honest, the image they use for Aloy here is a little scrawny in my opinion. I think she looks far better in a more athletic body. But men will be men and enjoy all kinds. I mean, there's even some who are okay with this one. But obviously that would just make no sense in a video game. I don't care. I may be a fat chick, but seriously. Unless you're building all your game mechanics around it, please don't. And you have the clear back mod where you can obviously see her back. And of course, apparently that's called the Shield Weaver Deluxe mod for the sexy Aloy, if you're interested. But of course, that's not the only thing people have been doing with mods. Dixerto recently posted that modders have turned Starfield into an open world Star Wars game. And here you see Boba Fett going in and shooting and blasting, and there's an AT-AT. No, there's even flying or hovering, I guess. I have the music turned. Yeah, but overall, if this was the game that Bethesda had put out, I think they would have made a lot of money. And then again, still with Star Wars, even in its current state, if they had released this game, I think people would have been really happy. And of course, there's the article we covered just the other day where someone turned an Eroji simulator into a full-blown Gundam simulator using nothing but mods. And apparently they didn't even have to mod that heavy. And of course, I thought it would be fun to talk about some other mods that people have done at the Mod Trains of Madness. Here you have the Flappy 4, or from Grand Theft Auto 4, where they basically turned the game into a Flappy Bird's game, interestingly enough. In the wake of Flappy Bird's untimely shutdown, developers created approximately a bajillion games that twisted the original concept in some way. Flappy Bird, Maverick Bird, Focalus Bird, everything you could think of, and some that the average person would never ever have dreamed up. Enter this terrifying Grand Theft Auto 4 mod, which turns your character into a horrific bird-headed Icarus, desperately clawing at the Liberty City sky before plummeting to the ground and kicking a pedestrians in the face. That is awesome. This one for Octodad, where they modded in a wrecking ball. Kool-Aid Man in Left 4 Dead, which is hilarious. Randy Savage in Skyrim, where you can turn a dragon into Randy Savage and watch him blow fire. It's interesting. The Thomas the Tank Engine in Skyrim. Altus Life in Arma 3. Interesting. I haven't heard of this. Arma 3 is a military shooter, a serious military shooter with about 6,000 keyboard controls to memorize. Or you can play Altus Life instead, a user-created mode that turns Arma 3 into an RPG. You'll play as either a cop or as a civilian. Cops enforce the law, civilians try to earn a living through an honest day's work. Failing that, civilians sell drugs, or just annoy the cops. So that's cute, they turned it into an RPG. Just Cause 2 multiplayer. Woody into Grand Theft Auto 4. Zombie Teletubbies in Left 4 Dead 2. Racer Recursion in Morrowind. Oh, look at that. That's just terrifying to see, isn't it? The Sky May Be Doom. Interesting. Super Skyrim Bros. Oh my god, I can't believe someone turned Skyrim into a whole thing. But the power of mods on PC is astounding. And yeah, that's me talking as a majority PC player, though I honestly don't use that many mods. The stuff that people can do with them is still absolutely surprising. And I do believe that has something to do with PC taking up a little more market share than they had previously. Now, will it continue that way? I think it might. I think that the current day console makers are tired of selling their consoles at a loss initially, hoping the games will make it up and not making it up. If they can get out of the console making game, then they will actually be doing a lot better. On the other hand, there are still going to be a lot of people who don't really have the money or time to get into what PC gaming takes. I think there will always be a space in the market for consoles. It may end up just being Nintendo, though, because let's face it, Nintendo's cheap, it's easy to use, and they have a lot more openness right now, it seems, to different video game types that they allow on the system. All that being said, I am thinking on Sundays maybe starting a stream where I find a new indie game, one of the cheap ones to play, and maybe stream that for a while. If this video gets to like 100 likes or something, maybe I'll start doing that. If not, maybe I'll do it anyway. Who knows? Let me know what you guys think about this. Do you have a favorite mod? What is your favorite game to mod? The only time I've really used mods has been on the Dragon Age games, and that was really just to improve my hair and makeup, because let's face it, I can be kind of a girl. Do you think consoles will win out in the end? Let me know down in the comments, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please like, comment, subscribe, and turn on the notifications. If you really liked it, you can feel free to share it around, and I will catch you later.